Bepper here, and welcome to another video. So today, I am telling you guys some stories. Because you guys have been requesting story times like crazy. Like, I don't know why you like me telling stories so much, but I guess you do. I mean, I like hearing stories too, so I mean, I guess it's just a thing, you know? It's just a thing. However, I don't have a story that's long enough to make an actual video with, so I'm just gonna be telling you a bunch of stories. Because what's better than one story? 2 stories, and 3 stories, and 4 stories, and 5 stories, and 6 stories. So you may have already heard of some of these stories. I may have already, told little snippets of them, but today I am going deep, okay? I am going, to the core of the earth, okay? I'm getting so into these stories that I'm, diving to the very bottom of the deepest part of the ocean. That's how far we're getting into these stories, okay? I'm giving you every single morsel of information that you could possibly get for these stories. So the first one we're going to be starting out with is the time I joined Animal Jam. Now you guys probably already know a lot about this topic. I joined in 2012 after my best friend convinced me to join. But you don't know the full story, so let's go ahead and get deep. So I was in the 5th grade at the time, and me and my best friend Claw of Life, we were obsessed with wolves, obsessed with them. Whenever we went over each other's houses and stuff, we'd always just try to find wolf games and stuff to play. We'd pretend we were wolves, we'd make their dogs join in and have a giant wolf pack. We were obsessed with wolves. So basically, whenever we went over her house, we were trying to play games that involved wolves. So one day, as I'm over her house, Claw of Life ends up finding 2 different games called Feral Heart and Wolf Quest. You guys may or may not know what those are. I'm not really sure because those were around 4 years ago. I'm not really sure if they still are, but maybe, I don't know. I end up going home. I call her up on the phone because at this point in my life I did not have Skype. I didn't even know what it was. I call her up on the phone and I'm like, they're not downloading on my computer. Help me, please. And we must have spent 2 hours trying to get them to download on my computer. It wouldn't. It refused. So I was pretty sad and I still was in need of a wolf game because, as I said, I was obsessed with wolves. So obsessed with them. The next weekend I go over her house and she's on her computer. I'm just kind of I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something, but I'm just sitting there. And she started watching a YouTube video, and this YouTube video intrigued me. I'm like, what game is that? That looks like a new game. I don't know what that is. Spoiler alert, the video that she was watching was a Julian 2 video about Animal Jam. So yeah, that's actually the first glimpse of Animal Jam I got was through a Julian 2 video. Wow. Anyway, she introduces me to the game. She's like, this is Animal Jam. It's so much fun. I love it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, sign me the heck up, yes. So some people still don't understand the backstory behind my username, so I'll just tell you right now, as we're on the topic of it. My first word as a child was Bep, and I said Bepper for everything, so my dad started calling me the Bepper, and it just kind of stuck, and it's still my nickname today, and so I basically made it for all of my accounts on everything and anything I made. It was always Bepper. I remember actually my first email I ever created was called Bepper8, because I was born on the 8th of May, and so 8 is naturally my favorite number. But yeah, anyway, I create the account called Bepper, and I am immediately hooked on it. I'm like, yes, give me more of this. I started watching Gummy Unicorn and Julian 2 obsessively. If there was a day that they didn't post a video, I would, cry myself to sleep. Not actually, but, it was on that level of sadness, okay? And that is the story of how I joined Animal Jam. Now, let's go on to our second story time. Now, these story times I'm telling you are gonna be in order of, when the events actually happened, so it's not, all over the place and stuff. So the next one I'm gonna be telling you about is when I got my first membership. Now, at this point, I was about a month into playing Animal Jam. I was still a baby to this game, but I was super, super obsessed with it. So obsessed, it's not even funny, guys. I would wake up extra early before school just so I could play some Animal Jam for 5 minutes. The second I came home, I would play Animal Jam. It was an addiction. So eventually, I work up the courage to ask my mom, Mom, can I buy an Animal Jam membership? And guess what she said? She said yes. I was so excited, you have no idea. I was screaming. I was like, yes! 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 The first thing I did was call up Claw of Life and be like, oh my god, you have no idea, what the heck, oh my goodness! And I'm just so happy. I was so excited, it's not even funny. And you know what the first thing I did was? The first thing I did when I got a membership was buy this little dude called Ultra Puppy. Yes, guys, that is correct. The first thing I did when I became a member was buy Ultra Puppy. And here's another little thing that a lot of people don't know. Ultra Puppy is actually modeled after my real-life dog named Bosco. So I told you about when I joined Animal Jam, when I got my first membership, even when I got my first pet. But let me tell you, the most important moment in my entire life, my first subscriber. Now you're probably wondering, Bepper, how do you know who your first subscriber was? That's basically, impossible. How do you even remember that? Well, I remember it because I went out in Jama Township just like I do right now. Or, I'm doing right now, not like I do right now. That's not even proper English. Anyway, I was in Jama Township, and just imagine that this place is full of people, you know? And I'm just a random person, walking around the streets of Jama. And I'm not gonna type it out now because it'd probably get me suspended to say, but I said, please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Animal Jam Videos 1, 2, 3. And I kept repeating that, and repeating that, and repeating that, and repeating that. Until finally, I refresh my YouTube channel and I get 1 subscriber. And I'm like, oh my god, I got a subscriber, oh my god. And someone in Jamal Township says, I was your first subscriber. I click their name tag and guess who it was? It was 5Melanie5. Yes, guys, I remember this person, okay? They were my Animal Jam sister, okay? She became my buddy. We were buddies for like so long. I don't know why she's not my buddy anymore, but yeah, that's who was my first subscriber. 5Melanie5. I remember it clear as day. And I'm pretty sure she's actually the one who introduced me to Skype, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, we'd talk in Skype calls together and stuff, and we just like have a ball of a time, you know? And I remember that one day I really wanted like a red long spiked collar. This is at the time where I had like a few spiked collars, and I was like, I want a red long, yeah, I want to be cool. And she sent one to me, and that was at the time where spiked collars were at their peak. They were super rare, and so I was like screaming my head off, okay? 5Melanie5, she's just like the best person, you know? She's so kind, top-notch person, top-notch, just everything, 10 out of 10. However, she was not my first buddy, and I know I'm kind of skipping back to the beginning here, but let's just go back to the beginning, and let me tell you the story about my first buddy. So I know you're probably thinking, oh, it was definitely Claw of Life, wasn't it? And yeah, technically it was Claw of Life that was my first buddy, because we like added each other the second we got on Animal Jam. Because I mean, why wouldn't we? We were in the same exact room, and we had both of our Animal Jam accounts up on different tabs, and we're like, yeah, let's add each other. So yeah, she was my first buddy, but the first buddy I met like through Animal Jam and not through real life was L.R. Hunt. Even though for the first few months that I knew him, I thought it was I.R. Hunt for some reason. I don't know. But it was L.R. Hunt, and L.R. Hunt, or I.R. Hunt, you know, whatever I call him. This dude, he used to be a giraffe. I'm not sure if he still has his giraffe. Oh, yes, he does. However, that giraffe looked very different. Okay, it had a fox hat and everything on. Oh, by the way, L.R. Hunt was also Apari's first buddy. Anyway, L.R. Hunt had a plushie shop, and I was obsessed with plushies, okay? My first item was a plushie, and I still have him today. Bunny, my plushie, my bunny plushie. Yeah, his name is Bunny, you know, deal with it. Bunny, my bunny plushie, was my first ever item. So yeah, anyway, L.R. Hunt, though, he had a plushie shop, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to go to this plushie shop. And I asked for a plushie, and he gave it to me, okay? He gave me the plushie. It was a tiger plushie, and it was black. I'm pretty sure I still have it, actually. Let me go and check. A login world error, that's great. Thanks, Animal Jam HQ, you really love me today. Yep, I still have it. Do you see it? It's right there, Do you see it? It's so cute. And I know in my inventory it appears that my bunny plushie wasn't the first item I ever had, but I switched accounts and then switched back, so it's like all out of order now. But anyway, he gave me the plushie and I was so thankful. I'm like, can you be my buddy? Can you be my best friend on Animal Jam ever? Like, seriously, wow. I was so happy. I was like dying. I was dying of happiness, guys. I was so ecstatic. And so yeah, that was my first buddy ever, and Apari's first buddy ever too. And now, for the final story time of the evening, I'm gonna be telling you guys about the time I was first hacked. Now, I've been hacked several times in Animal Jam at this point. Like, honestly, I guess I'm just like a prime target because of my YouTube channel and stuff. But anyway, this is about the first time I got hacked, and it was really actually my fault that I did. Now, the first time that I got hacked was my own fault, basically, because I had such an easy password to guess, it's not even funny. Like, it's so much simpler than ABC123, like, it was so simple that anyone could have guessed it. I'm actually surprised that someone didn't guess it sooner, because honestly, it was such a bad password. But anyway, someone finally guessed my password, and they got into my account, and, you know, they started sending stuff over to themselves, such as my smoothie machine, my fox hat, and my spiked collar. Now, I know what you're probably saying to yourself, like, a smoothie machine, Bepper? Like, really? Like, you can get that at the party? Like, what? Let me just tell you, okay, that party was gone. That party was taken out momentarily, and so I was convinced they were never coming back. I was convinced that the smoothie machine was never coming back, and I had, like, one of the only ones left in existence, okay? I was not the brightest jammer back then, okay? I didn't know that the party was gonna come back. Jeez. And also, this was the time where spiked collars and fox hats were very rare. Or not, like, very rare, but, like, kinda rare, you know what I'm saying? Like, probably equal to a founder's hat today. But anyway, someone got into my account and started sending stuff over to themselves, and I actually caught them in the act. Well, I logged in after coming home from school because, as I said before, I was obsessed with this game. Like, so obsessed with it, I could not spare any minute away from it, okay? So I get onto Animal Jam, and I immediately realized that I am not my main animal. By the way, my main animal back then was an abomination. It was terrible looking. It was literally the worst thing I've ever created. So anyway, I realized that I'm not my main character because I usually log out as that or something. I don't really know. I just knew because I was so obsessed with this game. I knew immediately. I'm like, something is wrong. I go ahead and check my inventory. My spike is gone. My fox hat is gone. Like, everything is gone. I am freaking out at this point. I am in tears, sobbing, and my brothers are like, can you, like, stop crying? Like, we're trying to watch TV here. and I'm like bawling my eyes out that I'm getting hacked on Animal Jam, and then I see my buddy list flashing. You know the little golden flash it does when one of your buddies gets on? So I go ahead and I check the buddy list as I'm crying my eyes out, and I see someone I don't even recognize on my buddy list, and I'm like, that must be my hacker. And so I follow them to wherever they are, and I'm like, you're my hacker! You're hacking me! Give me back my stuff! It was literally the worst thing I've ever experienced, and I was just like crying, tears streaming down my face. I'm like, you hacker! You hacker! You hacker! I hate you! And then they actually made a video saying sorry to me and how sorry they were for hacking me and stuff, and they gave me all my stuff back, but then I asked for my spike. I'm like, where is my spike? You never gave me back my spike. Like, I would have remembered if you gave me my spike. I have searched my inventory up and down for my spike. It's not there. And they just said, I don't know what happened to it. I never took it off your account. I promise, I never took your spike. Guess what? They probably did, okay? There's no such thing as like a spike glitch where wherever someone logs on your account and just like disappears. They gave me everything else back, but they kept the spike and they lied about it, okay? Ugh, I'm still so mad about it. Like, I'm not mad at that person, but I'm just like mad at the situation, you know? Because I believe in forgiveness and all that, but honestly, wow. I have told you a lot of stories tonight, and I hope you enjoyed them because it took such a long time to tell all of them. And anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Or wait, no. Happy holidays.